Alright, so welcome to what is the pilot episode of the Invasion Angle series, where this isn't really the invasion, we're not quite there yet, and this is the first 3 weeks of the 2001 May save that I talked about in the channel update. Please watch that if you haven't already. Basically, just give you a quick rundown. Laptop broke, need a new save, and I'm thinking about doing Invasion Angle, skipping forward from January 2000, May 2001, where in real life Stone Cold's a heel, Triple H. Triple H isn't hurt yet, and just we're going there with that. And Rock's making a movie, I think the Scorpion King, but we're gonna push towards the invasion angle. And then there's some restrictions from the mod, like NWO's out for 6 months, Flair's out for 6 months, Steiner's out for 4 months, Sting's out for 10, Goldberg's out for like 2 years, Bret Hart's retired. I think there's a couple other names I might be missing. Luger, don't really want him. Jeff Jarrett, don't want him. Uh, what else? There's one more. Rey Mysterio, I think end of the year he could be back. So this is WWF Judgment Day. We'll go back, and I'm Paul Heyman. I'm playing as Paul WWF. Vince McMahon gave me some owner goals, and one of them is to make Perry Saturn a 59 popularity. DDP must maintain a 71, which, to be honest, I'm not really excited about having to carry, a lot of those guys up to that standard. Considering, it's Perry Saturn, DDP. Like, would they ever really do in the WWF? Although I do have some fun ideas with DDP. Paul Heyman. Here are the settings, user preferences. I use show stats as grades. The repetitive booking stuff doesn't like. There's Cesaro versus Seth Rollins every week. Like that, I could see that, but like I think 3 matches. All right, it's saying my level is out. My recording, my level meter. Like I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't understand and agree with in the game, so I try to change it. And then here are the franchise players. The other stuff's really irrelevant, but here's already the top guys in the company, and none of that stuff really matters. What it says. Undertaker's top face, the wrestler, and these other three are heels besides Jericho. So the pay per view starts off with. See, now it says my level's up. All right, I'm just gonna talk really loud. All right, so X Factor defeats the Dudley Boys. This happened a month before. No real angle here, where X Pac defeats Spike Dudley by moonsault. Trying to give X Factor a chance here to get over something different other than Dudley's Edge and Christian Hardy's. Then we go straight into Triple H versus Kane. Triple H broke Kane's hand earlier, so I have Kane defeat Triple H to become the Intercontinental title. I'll explain more why in a bit. So from there we go Jericho laughing. So to go backwards, you see falling botched interference by Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie would have got on the apron, right? Distract Kane. Kane maybe run away before Triple H just decks Stephanie. Kane chokeslams Triple H. That's the win. I think that is a good angle to push this forward. Where Chris Jericho and Stephanie, we're starting that, restarting it, pushing it forward, whatever you're gonna call it. Where Jericho makes fun of Steph. Steph gets upset. Pretty Little Princess stuff. Excuse me. And Triple H, who's frustrated after just losing the title, attacks Jericho. Excuse me. Wow. So right in there we go into four-way hardcore match. Steven Richards becomes the new hardcore champion. Story here is Steven Richards is right to censor. He's here to censor the hardcore division, save us from the trash in the hardcore division. Make it a clean title. I really like to write the censor gimmick. I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna have fun with Steven Richards being prissy little boy. So we'll see with that. Fun thing about this is I couldn't make it a hardcore match itself because of the fact that one of the broadcasters had a low risk tolerance levels or whatever. So I just made it a normal match. Here we get Steven Richards pretty much promising to save WWF from our hardcore division. This is going to be a long-term angle. Just to warn you guys, I will enjoy it. I understand the ratings aren't going to be high for at first, but I'm hoping I'm hoping the climax of it will be around a 75. I'm hoping for that. Yeah, it's an opener title to me. It could be mid card depending who holds it, but I think Steven Richards with a gimmick that is hateable and it will lead to something that I think is a great way to do what I want to do. Here we go in a rematch from the previous month of Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit defeating Kurt Angle 3 falls to 2. I mistakenly I thought this match happened in May. In real life, it happened in April. So I basically just copied, what happened in real life again, but doing it a month back. So there's some creative freedom. We'll say I did there. Basically, Chris Benoit has been feuding with Kurt Angle. So this is the conclusion of that feud. Chris Benoit defeats Kurt Angle. Right after that, China defends the women's title. Ivory broke her ankle. China's a locker room cancer. She hasn't really caused anything, but she's very negative influence. I don't like that stuff and annoys me. So I don't expect to see her around long. But she's all she got right now. I put Trish and Lita in developmental to boost their skills because they have really low ratings. So when they come back up, expect the shift. Right after that, we see Vince trying to keep Austin calm regarding the title match. Austin is upset because Triple H lost. So the story throughout tonight is, well, Kane defeated Triple H. Well, Undertaker defeats Stone Cold. We have new champions tonight. I think that's an WWE decision that makes a lot of sense. Tells a story throughout the night and gives Austin reason to be pissed off. Which his whole character, he's just angry all the time. No fun. Which love it or hate it. I told myself I would carry through with Austin being a heel. I am trying to be different from other guys who booked Invasion on TW. I've watched two different series in particular where they just kind of have Austin go back to face immediately, and I want to be different. That's the whole thing. I always try to be different, and with the standards in real life and what happened, Austin's a heel. So from there we go Matt Hardy versus Eddie Guerrero versus Test. Now Matt Hardy retains the title. I gave this a steal the show thing, and I think this having a 90 rating only helped this being a 78 because the crowd was really hot. See Matt Hardy with a decent performance, Eddie with a great performance, and Test with a low performance. Uh, One thing is this match probably would have a higher rating, but Eddie Guerrero is a face for some reason in this save. I don't know what in May in 2001 I thought he was a heel, and then he kind of got released. He got hurt, then released. I don't know, but it's something that I didn't notice until after booking the match. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna turn Eddie heel without telling you guys, just because he was a heel at the time, in my opinion. And he's not hurt, so McMahon, who's been gone for the past month, comes back and says he's had recuperating from injuries from Big Show, and he says he needs to talk to Vince McMahon about some business they have to talk about, and that will be need to be addressed on Raw tomorrow, or there will be legal action. Once again, remember this is the step towards where I want to go with the invasion angle. This is only just the beginning, and it's gonna throughout the next couple weeks in the show. If we continue doing the invasion series, we'll see what I mean. And then we get straight to Steve Austin versus the Undertaker, with Steve Austin defeating the Undertaker. I wouldn't have it be clean. I'd have Triple H do a run in. Undertaker decks him. Have Stephanie do a run in. Doesn't work. She gets thrown out. I'd have Vince do a run in, and then maybe distracts Austin or distracts Taker, Stunner. Actually, that reminds me of a cool throwback we can do to Kane Triple H match that I could see WWE doing this in real life. Triple H runs down. Undertaker gets in his face. He ducks Austin's punch. Austin punches Triple H, hesitates, turns around. Undertaker chokeslam, 1, 2. Austin kicks out. So, that'd be a great high spot, great near fall that I think we definitely would have seen because it makes every sense in the world. Then, Austin wins somehow, some way. Cheating, whatever. It's going to be interesting booking heel Austin because basically it's kind of similar. It's just who he's facing. So whoever are the baby faces need to step up their game. We see I had 5 pre-show matches or 4 pre-show matches in Kurt Angle promo. I got rid of Heat because too much work. Trying to make it feasible for me to do this and without being getting bored right away. You see, there's a couple promos that I didn't include because it didn't really to overarching story. But so with Shane and Vince, I need to start. Remember, how am I gonna bring Shane in as the owner of WCW, Vince owner WWF, and we're on a WWF program. So if an invading company comes in to another one, the invaders shouldn't be the babyface in this scenario. So there's got to be a way to turn Shane McMahon WCW heel, more heel than Vince in a way. So I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. I don't in real life. They kind of just did it. I'm just like, oops, whatever, deal with it. I want to tell the story of Shane and Vince kind of switching roles because they just told that story at WrestleMania of Vince being out of control and Shane beating his ass, Mick Foley there. I'm got to tell that story of the switch generally while keeping Austin heel for now, Triple H heel for now, and Kurt Angle heel for now. So I'm gonna do a lot of. I'm telling you guys right now, this is gonna be different. This is gonna be closer to real life than what you see in other series, and the Wood Culture series. I watched those too. Preparation. I saw a lot of people have Triple H Rock Austin versus NWO. Triple H turning, joining WCW. That will not happen. I want to be different. I see everyone has Triple H join WCW, and has like the commonary guys I thought about adding different guys like having Ron Simmons join WCW. A couple other guys that doesn't really make sense, kind of in a way, and then it makes sense, just didn't happen in real life. I want to be different from others, so I hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope you guys see that for what it is. Um, but yeah, expect over the next coming weeks for there to be slowly seeds of the invasion, and not the next episode of Raw, but the following episode of Raw, there will be a WCW guy on Raw, and you'll see what I mean in that story tomorrow. In the next show tomorrow. End game. Thank you guys for watching. Let you look at this one more time before we close out of it. Anything else to point out? I gave Austin, Undertaker, and Vince all the speech just because they had the highest rated match. Nothing special. And then weeks before this, I let's call it losing popularity a little bit because the popularity rating in the game and for WWF is 88, which it's international too. So I gotta really put on big performances, big matches every night before we get there. Yeah, trying to keep it short and sweet. Kind of, I guess 13 is pretty long for me if you're new. So yeah, basically just to tease you guys forward, we will not have. I know a lot of people want to see what if what if the NWO started invasion, or what if so and so is invadable. Those guys will be available, except Goldberg and Bret Hart. It's just not right away. And the story I will tell leading up to those guys adds importance to them and adds heat because everyone has an idea of how long this should run. It's not going to end Survivor Series. I'll give you a hint there, or Royal Rumble. Give you a hint there, but it will continue to go on into 2002. And it's a long-term storyline, and for a long-term storyline to happen, it needs to happen over time. If that makes sense. I can't just have Ric Flair show up, then Hall, then Nash, then Hogan, then Steiner, then Sting, then Goldberg. I want to spread this out throughout, the forthcoming year, like I think they would do in real life. This is my real life take, not a fantasy take. If there was a fantasy take, it would have started with Scott Hall coming out the night after WrestleMania 17, doing a promo like, "You want a war? We'll give you a war." I like doing what he did in WCW, but in WWF, I think that's fantastic. I probably heard that from somewhere else. If I came up with that, I hope someone else uses that. Just to let you guys know, this is what the series will be like. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you have any ideas on what could have happened, Invasion Angle, guys you want to see. Remember, I don't have all these big stars right away, so who could get a push, hypothetically? There's one guy that you expect to get a push that will be, and then, what other guys do you expect? A lot of different stuff going on here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Now, hoping to see what kind of thumbs up if you like the show, thumbs down if you don't. I'm trying to get a gauge of what people want to see and whatnot. So please, thank you, and have a good one.